Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com.
This week on Duel Review, Odin Sphere followed by Moribito.
We take a look at the movie Accepted, and we start off the week with Flash Thompson as Venom. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it.
Welcome to Monday, February 6th. We're doing Venom.
Yeah, Flash Thompson version.
Flash Thompson version.
2010.
2010.
Originally showed up in Amazing Spider-Man.
Originally.
654.
What he said.
And so Flash Thompson, he's been around Spider-Man. If you're familiar with Spider-Man, you're certainly familiar with Flash Thompson. He's the jock hero that was a bully when he was younger, but now he went to war. He lost his legs fighting for his country. Very noble and whatever.
Right.
He comes back here and he's offered a position. He's not the first, but he's offered a position to get control of the symbiote suit to run Black Ops for the government. And while he's in the suit, the suit gives him legs again. And the thing is that he's only allowed about, I think it's 48 hours, 2 days with the suit, and they have a bomb on his wrist and his watch. That if he starts to lose control, if it seems like Venom is taking over, the symbiote Venom is taking over, or if he's in there too long because you become more and more susceptible the longer you're bonded with him, they will detonate the bomb. And it really made me, we did Suicide Squad, and it made me think of that, even though it's a totally different thing, because Suicide Squad is like, they're forced to do it. Flash Thompson has elected to do it, but he's also forced, he has a penalty if he loses control. So, I'm going to talk specifically about this first trade, and if I haven't communicated this is what the Black Ops, when he's in control, he looks much more militant. He's got, pads and weapons or whatever. When he starts losing, when he has control.
When he has control.
He looks like this.
He's got the
a little bit more like Spider-Man
or
meets
carapace
Deadpool.
armor.
Yeah,
right.
Carapace armor, yeah. And then when he loses control, he becomes classic Venom. So there's kind of a fun artwork.
Yeah, I absolutely like that dynamic.
I was going to say, if I haven't told you already, I don't like dust covers. I was just going to show you. I really like what they do with their trades. It's really nice. This hardcover trade is just really clean, and it's going to look great sitting on my wall once I figure out what to do with this, because I don't want to throw it away.
Why don't you frame it?
Frame the
dust cover, why not?
The dust cover? Because I don't like it that much. I don't like dust covers. If I wanted to frame it, I'd just leave it on the book. Anyway. So Flash Thompson is a compelling Venom. You get a lot of the internal struggle. I mean, you did with Spider-Man when he was Venom as well, but this might even be a little bit more. And you get this, it's really broken up phrasing when he speaks, and you can see, it's a slightly different font. It's more broken up when Venom is
starting
speaking.
To take over,
when he's starting to speak through Flash. So you get this real dichotomy. He's battling himself, and like I say, he has time limits, and like he fights in the Savage Land. He fights Kraven, and Kraven's hunting him, of course. And he starts losing control, and basically losing control is the only way he gets out of there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't really know where I'm going with that. I don't want to tell you the whole story. But Flash Thompson, there's the Jack-o'-lantern character that he has to fight, which I really love. I really enjoy that character. This trade has a lot of him, and he's really enjoyable. There's also the Fly, which is really
creepy.
Yeah, creepy. He basically abducts people and lets them start rotting, so he then feeds on them when they're starting to get sores and open sores and stuff. That's crazy. That's pretty hardcore for Marvel.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And early on, he kind of gets rid of the fear of losing or of being detonated if he spends too much with the symbiote suit. So he really has to just solely. He tries to convince and get Venom to work for him.
Right.
But he starts losing control, but that's really when he's strongest. It's always been Venom is most strong when he's lost control and kind of given over to the suit. There's times where Venom the symbiote abandons Flash and he's left without his legs in mortal peril, but Venom comes back because he's already, bonded with the character. I love Venom. I always have loved Venom. I don't necessarily like Anti-Venom. Like, I love Carnage is interesting because, okay, Venom is all about this balance, right? It's like
Right.
good and evil and control and losing control. Carnage is just lost control.
Right.
Cassidy just loses control, so that's one thing.
And then you have all those other suits.
What do you mean, like Anti-Venom?
No. Like, well, yeah, like I guess Anti-Venom would be part of it, but Venom had other. I don't know if they were offspring or just hair-offs
Yeah,
of him.
yeah, they were off.
The
Yeah, they're not.
Scream was one of them, and
Yeah, okay.
all those.
I don't really consider those different entities. It's just kind of how other beings have reacted to Venom's symbiote. Like, you know, he had the dinosaurs and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, well, they were their own entity as far as symbiotes go.
All right. Well, anyway, Anti-Venom, you know, they brought back Brock,
Brock.
which is the classic Venom villain. Well, hero villain, kind of. Anyway, Anti-Venom's not quite as compelling to me. We won't get into it too much. I don't think there's no real reason to.
Yeah, except that he showed up in Edge of Time.
So you said you really like this new suit, right? The Black Ops suit.
Yeah, I like
Who's
the
in
Black
control.
Ops. Yeah.
And you like it because it reminds you of like beetle armor or something?
Yeah, it's like a carapace armor, like a chitin.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I'm
mean,
biased because I've always liked Venom. Venom and Juggernaut have always been my favorite Marvel characters.
Right.
Spider-Man a close third.
I like Venom a lot. He would lose control. Venom would take over, and Brock would be more or less, while he's still fueled by the rage to take on Spider-Man. He would just let the suit have control, and he would just kind of follow. He would just be a vessel. What I was hoping out of Toxin, which would be Venom's other son, I was hoping that Toxin would be what this has become, which is the evil suit has bonded with a very good person because the host was a cop, and they would there would be this really cool dynamic between the two. But it became more or less the cop has like this child attached to him, and that's it.
You know, I'm going to say something that's probably controversial to you, but I'm reminded of the Darkness.
Okay.
With this, because he does, in this book, especially, well, whatever, in this reboot, he does some great things, and he wouldn't have been able to do it without the symbiote. But
Right.
the symbiote is obviously a dark presence, and he can lose control if he's not careful. I mean, Darkness, I guess, has more control, but it's kind of like doing good with evil.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Spawn and
Yeah.
whatever. Kind of
And
the
that- and
classic
that's- and-
anti-hero.
The difference between this and Darkness, and this is what I was again hoping that the Toxin would have done, was this really puts in that whole dynamic of two entities, not the same two things going after the same
Instead of
goal.
split personality, but
Right.
it really does try to communicate that. In fact, some of the verbiage being disjointed really kind of gets jarring to me after a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it really does, kind of like he starts a sentence as Flash Thompson and ends it as Venom, kind
Right.
of thing. So that's kind of interesting. Another real interesting, he does fight Spider-Man in this first trade. And there are more issues that are out. I just been buying it by trades.
Does
Things
Flash
like this
know
are
that
part of the trade.
Peter Parker's Spider-Man?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Still, in this trade, he does not.
See, but that doesn't make any sense to me because Venom knows.
Yeah, that's true. Mm.
Hmm.
But anyway, I think they actually reference that Venom wants to keep his secret for whatever reason. But anyway, there's this interesting thing where Venom's trying to save his girlfriend, Betty, I think, right?
Right.
And Spider-Man thinks that Venom has abducted Betty, so they're fighting, but they're both trying to get to Betty, and Flash is losing control of Venom, so he's like, Venom, please stop fighting with Spider-Man and just go get Betty. But Venom can't resist, especially because Spider-Man keeps attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps like, "Where's Betty?" Because he thinks that, So anyway, time is ticking because Betty is strapped to a bomb, and yada yada yada. So it's this interesting thing where he's a villain. He wants to kill Spider-Man, but at the same time he wants to help Flash. Venom, the suit, wants to help Flash get his girlfriend. But Spider-Man thinks that Venom has his girlfriend, but really is trying to help him. And so Spider-Man's actually hurting Betty and Flash by keeping Venom at bay, whatever. So that's interesting. Of course, the last moment things are rectified, but he really, Venom and Flash feel like they've lost. They really kind of, wow, I failed, kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. Having said that, the last book in this trade is kind of disappointing to me. It's about Flash Thompson's father, who is a kind of a derelict drunk, whatever, and he promised to reform, and Flash, vowed that if he was ever drunk again, I'm not going to raise a finger to help him, but he's convinced by his mother to go help him, and yada yada. So it's really this heavy kind of drama-y thing, kind of slow and cumbersome at the end of this book. And so you're left the end of the trade. They didn't plan that very well.
Right.
That last book is just kind of like, okay, I didn't realize that this became, a Hallmark movie, but, of course, they get the very last frame is like, shh, we have a mission for you, get ready, whatever. And they're debating whether or not they should allow him to keep Venom or whatever. But I do enjoy it. I do like this iteration. I kind of really enjoyed it when Venom was Venom and he was a hero, though. I love that iteration, Venom, the book.
Yeah, I think the problem that this has right now is Venom is essentially enslaved. He is confined. And
he seems to choose to be.
Yeah.
More or less.
I would like to see him,
I'm sure he will.
Try and get out, maybe just, plan it out so that he, he's constantly going through these things that he can find ways out.
But, even the animated show did a pretty good job of delineating, Carnage was always, mayhem, but Venom had a conscience.
Right.
It's small, but he did. He wants to kill the bad guys, but he wants to kill the bad guys, not the good guys. Carnage just wants to kill.
Mm-hmm.
So that was always interesting, and that's what I like. I like that struggle of, I have bad impulses, but I want to do good, so it's seeing him be good. That's maybe why I like Incorruptible a little bit, is because it's a bad guy who's changed his stripes, and he's trying to be good, but he doesn't know how.
Okay.
So it's just that sort of, I guess I like that
You
story.
watched Dexter?
No, I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, you gotta watch that.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much for watching. Go check it out, I say.
Yeah, I would agree. Seeing a new type of Venom is always awesome, especially when he's that badass. Bam!
Follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, let us know what you think.
If you're going to Emerald City Comic Con, please let me know. I'm trying to take town.
That's it. Thank you.
Bye!
Yes, tied up.
Oh, whoop-de-doo.
Let's just forget yesterday. In fact, don't watch yesterday's episode. No, watch it.
How are you going to tell him not to watch yesterday's episode when it was yesterday?
Yeah, I was pretty good, all right.
Jackass.
That was amazing.
You're a jackass.
Hey, if I can't berate you, then I have to say positive things about myself. That makes no sense. I'm a jackass, that's all. Coming up, it's Odin Sphere, the video game.
This week on Duel Review, Odin Sphere first. This week on Duel Review, Odin Sphere followed by...
Spallowed. New word.
This week on Odin Sphere, Nick.
This week on Odin Sphere?
Is that what it said?
Yeah. Cool. This week on Odin Sphere, Duel Review, and Nick. I'm Moribito. Okay.
This week on Duel Review, Odin Sphere followed by Moribito.
We take a look at the movie Accepted, and we start off the week with, damn it, I forgot because you looked at me.
Venom.
Ah, yes, Flash Thompson and Venom.
What?
I bet you that'll make a fun noise for me later. Whatever. Bloopers, people, it's how we make them. We try stupid things.
And fail.
And fail miserably. That's the funny.
Yay!
I tried to succeed in life. Made the best blooper ever. Oh.
That hit a little close to home.
I said me, I didn't say you.
Yeah.
Remember, I promised not to belittle you. Worst promise I ever made. I can't threaten him either. Except with kindness. So help me, I'll get you an Easter basket early. So help me. Alright.
Welcome to Monday, February 6th. Hold on.
Holding on.
Okay, stop. Do whatever you want. At ease, I guess.
Okay.